Imagine wanting to connect with someone from 100 miles away, but instead of being able to give them a quick phone call or send them an instant text message, you would have to send a letter, which could take days, weeks, or even months for them to get a response back. It's hard to believe, especially nowadays, in a world where we encourage anyone, anywhere in just a matter of seconds. Have you ever taken a second to think about how far telephones have come? From rotary dials to switchboards to today's modern smartphones and instant video calls and FaceTimes, my curiosity led me to the fascinating history of the telephone. Through research, I discovered that the story of the telephone is way more than just a timeline of inventions, rather a story of human connection, innovation, and transformation. Today, we will explore the history, major developments, and the lasting impacts of the telephone, starting from its invention in the late 1800s. By understanding how the telephone has evolved over time, we can better understand the crucial role it plays in shaping communication in our modern world today. We use our phones every day without giving it a second thought, but it all started with the invention that changed communication forever. Let's take a look on how the first telephone was created. I will begin where it all started, the invention of the telephone. In the late 1800s, people only relied on the telegraph to communicate during long distances, which could only send quick, short messages in Morse code. But this all changed in 1876 when Alexander Graham Bell successfully sent the first sentence through his telephone, which was, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you." Here you can see Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor, and this was the first telephone made in history. According to Corinne Castelli from Clemson University, Bell's invention was built on years of experimentation in sound transmission and electric signals. His work marked the beginning of communication and changed how humans were able to communicate across long distances, whether it was be your family, friends, or business ideas. Bell's success quickly inspired inventors and engineers around the world to adapt his design, which led to the creation of switchboards, telephone exchanges, and the spread of telephone lines across cities and countries. As technology advanced, so did the ways people could connect. This led to a major improvement that shaped how telephones looked and worked over the next century. After the initial success of Bell, the telephones went through developments that made communication faster, easier, and more accessible to all. Early versions of the phone relied on operators to manually connect calls using large switchboards. Until the early 1900s came around, an automatic dialing system began to replace human operators. According to Janae Anderson from Elon University, these changes allowed phones to move from luxury businesses to rich household items to a common item in everyone's home. Instead of being extremely expensive for only a limited people amount to buy, this phone, the telephone, was in everyone's houses. You could find it absolutely anywhere. As seen in this slide, you can see the history of how it evolved, from the magneto wall sets to rotary dials to eventually the portable push-button designs. Each improvement showed not only technological progress, but also society's growing need for quick and convenient communication. These changes on the phone didn't just change how they looked or worked, it completely changed how people lived and connected across the globe. The phone completely transformed how humans can interact and share information and made instant communication possible, which allowed families, businesses, and entire communities to stay in touch, even with being hundreds of miles away. Someone from Florida could connect with someone in China. Someone in Australia could connect with someone in Canada. And according to Todd Timmons from Bloomsbury, the phone became one of the most important creations in history because it revolutionized daily life. From Bell's first call in 1876 to the smart ones we use today, the telephone has continued to shape society, making the world more connected than ever. Here are the newest smartphones today. As you can see, there are popular brands like Apple, Samsung, and Galaxy. With these phones, we can connect each other with political ideas, economic ideas, and emergencies. If we didn't have telephones, people would not be able to connect if there was a fire, if there was a shooting, so they're extremely important to us. From Bell's simple first call to our today's smartphones in our pockets, the phone has completely changed the way we live, work, and connect. The next time you send a text or call Take a moment to think about how one invention 140 years ago made it all possible. The telephone just didn't just change communication, it changed humanity forever.